I think it's turned into a rebuilding phase than an attacking phase. Has got to make sense, because if you carry on at this pace, you're leaving less for the likes of Maxwell and company. So don't rush them when it comes to getting to 272.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If they can come in the last 15 overs, Inglis as well as Maxwell, they can really up the scoring rate and get Australia to 270 or thereabout, maybe even more.
Yeah, three good players of spin to come. Inglis and Carey with their sweeps and reverse sweeps. We will see if they can do it against this India attack. Maxwell, belt spin, can be a bit hit and miss against spin. Kohli just having a word with Rohit, cover to mid-wicket, bit of advice on the field. Oh, beautifully played, just a delicate late cut, using the pace of Akshar Patel. In a long time since the boundary, they find it.
Yeah, that's a terrific shot. Akshar Patel's very accurate. He goes wide of the crease, angles the ball in, but this one turned just a little bit. And Labuschagne was right on top of it. This is an excellent shot. Look how late he's played it, almost off the wicket-keeper's gloves, knowing that there is no slip fielder there. That shot was always on.
No run there. Labuschagne sent back. Jadeja, not the man you run to. 91 for 2. Slowly the crowd building. It is a work day. Most have migrated towards the shade. Wondering what this conversation is about. Maybe the taping on Jadeja's hand. Yeah, definitely about the taping.
The problem is that it is his bowling hand, so you can object. A lot of colour in the aisles, a lot of blue in the aisles, and I'm sure the evening session will be a fuller as far as filling up of the aisles is concerned.
Taping removed. Jadeja continues. Nothing changes at the other end. Chipped over mid-wicket. Two sweepers out there. One will tidy up.
You have to create your own angles against Jadeja. And that was a very good shot. Use of the feet and flicking it against the spin.
Yeah, at the moment, there's no big turn. That's good batting from Smith. Shreyas Iyer had gone closer to mid-wicket because of the previous shot. So he's gone square. You have to be careful with Jadeja. It looked like there's no spin, and then suddenly he'll get one to grip as the ball gets older and the pitch gets warm. But at the moment, I won't say it's an absolute Bunsen burner. It's playing nicely, this surface. Now he's just telling the umpire, same hand which I've hurt. That's why I had tape on it.
Yeah, he's a great fielder, we know. Full leg dive, saved a single. Raised his hand quite badly, actually. It's a rougher surface, that rough square.
.96 for 2. Well, it is slightly odd, really. The bowler who's got an injury there. You can see blood running down Jadeja's wrist. I'm not sure how your wrist and taping of the wrist helps you that much, but there will be some regulation on it.
You can see that Smith is trying to throw the bowlers off. Previous over, he stepped down and chipped the ball over mid-wicket. Trying to make them change their length, maybe. Very good, very clever batting this from the Australian skipper.
Oh, top edge. I think it's going to land safe. It's going to land between two fielders. Gets away with it.
Actually, you can hit him there because he's not a big spinner. The ball is coming back into the stumps. So that was kind of risk-free in the end. Just didn't time it properly. Went up high in the air, but landed safely. Safe shot in the end, away from that long-on fielder.
And again, this one is nailed much better. I think it's gone all the way. It has 100 up for Australia.
Yeah, that's a tremendous strike. 50-run partnership to go. And it's working kind of well now for Australia. A little bit of impetus, a little bit of aggression. Once again, not a lot of risk, and this time a lot better hit.
Excellent from Labuschagne, 105 for 2.
Bailed out. Oh, wow. That has gone into orbit.
That's a huge gap.
These two know each other so well, inseparable on and off the field most of the time. 51 from 70, the partnership.
The other great thing about the Indian spinners is that on the day anyone could be your match winner.
He's not happy there, Steve Smith. He's saying, hold on, my non-striker was being hugged by the bowler. Telling Labuschagne just to give him, maybe drop a shoulder on him at some stage. There was a little hug at the end here. It's 3 or 4 times now at the non-strikers end, Jadeja or Akshar Patel have got in a tangle. There we go. That's the first one. That's what you got to watch out for, Jadeja. You watch him for 4 overs and you think, well, he's not spinning it, and then from nowhere this happens.
Yes, 20 overs ball. This is the 21st over. He's bowled a little slower as well. Got the ball to grip and turn, and that's now going to create doubt in the batter's mind.
Absolutely, Sunil. Then you get the straight on, and LBW comes into play.
Oh, beautiful.
Like that.
So suddenly you start, well, this is what happened. Well, they know each other quite well. They played a series just now against each other.
Well, they do now after that. They know each other very well. 105 for 2. 42 in that phase of 10 overs. Age of 3 overs for 11, and just a change of pace. Literally, looks like Mohammed Shami. Yeah, two of the best captains in the game here. Steve Smith obviously deputising for Pat Cummins, but I think he's been excellent in the tournament. And Rohit Sharma, for me, the best captain in world cricket at the moment.
That's the other good thing about Rohit Sharma in India. They're always looking for results and wickets. When they're bowling, it's not about containing, it's about striking. And probably the only team in world cricket that can bounce back from any perilous situation. Because once you start facing the music, it's so difficult for you to claw back into the game. India does it so well with the ball and with the bat. What a good start. Slight movement.
It also brings up a 50th partnership between Mark Slushin and Steve Smith. So that
Down the pitch.
He has been looking to do something different to try and throw the bowlers off. We saw him chip the ball over mid-wicket for a couple, then moving away to try and play the cut shot. So he's looking to definitely throw the bowler off.
In the game of analytics, this is a good stat. Shami versus Smith. He's had the better of Smith on 4 occasions.
In the air and again. This time left hand. One to his right off Travis Head, one to his left of Stephen Smith. And both gone down.
Yeah, a difficult chance. This was hit hard. Travis Head was a scoop. This came off the middle of the blade. It hardly had time to react. It just hit him on the wrist, I think.
There seemed to be no conviction in going for that. He's just putting his hand up more in hope. The way the hand is positioned, not looking to actually catch it. There's no conviction in the attempt. No wonder it was dropped. Not easy, mind you, not easy at all. The follow through, you don't know which way you're moving, whether you're moving left or to the right.
Shimmy. Now has he nicked that? Has he nicked it? Bowler and keeper go up. The man they've got to convince is the skipper. KL is usually brilliant at advising the skipper. He says no, not this time.
Well, India were hoping that something would happen of Shami's 6 deliveries. Well, he's created a couple of opportunities very close to the bat, but maybe not caught behind.
That was purely the change in field because fine leg had come up and mid-on had gone back. Anything on this? No, nothing on the glove either, miles from the glove. So now fine leg goes back and mid-on comes back up. Very good change of pace. Event fell over, 106 for 2.
हर पिक्चर के अंदर सही दिखा सही लाल हो तो हर पिक्चर ब्लॉकबस्टर
सही दिखा सही लाल
नहीं सर सही दिखा आजकल मैं एक्शन कर रहा हूं ना सही लाल
इधर आओ डब्बा ऊपर कर सही दिखा
सही लाल
एवरेस्ट दिखा लाल
टेस्ट में बेस्ट एवरेस्ट
We do things differently, but our passion for our cricket teams is the same. And the only team we support more fiercely is family. Send money back home to your loved ones with Remitly. Download the app.
Jadeja will continue with his 5th. Well, a tight spell so far. 4 overs for 11. That's changed because he's got hold of this one as Labuschagne. And another boundary comes up. Australia have been very good at this from time to time. Just coming out of their shell, hitting the boundaries and ensuring that that scoring rate doesn't drop too far down.
Last couple of overs, we've seen Australia trying to make the move on. This one coming good from Marnus Labuschagne.
Can understand because by now they've got a pretty good idea, the 2 batters in, what constitutes a good score. Also they have to hit Jadeja off his line somehow. 1 ball in the previous over, grip turned. Up goes the finger. He's never too far away from it as Jadeja always in line with the stumps or thereabouts. Are they not? Are they not? There's not much time left. Off he goes. So India have the wicket.
Just trapped on the crease on this occasion. Jadeja is so accurate. Like you said, last over the ball spun. This one just skid straight through. Wasn't missing leg. Richard Illingworth, he went straight up. He had no doubts. Jadeja You can see how fine the margins are in this game.
The way Josh Inglis played that first ball is pretty much how Manas should have played it. He tried to play too square towards square leg, and hence the pace got him. It skidded through. That's why he's just regretting that shot probably. He was batting well, he had just got that momentum. I almost feel when a new batter comes in, Rohit's tactic would be to bring Varun Chakravarti on and try and get that wicket. Let's wait and watch. For the moment, it's 113 for 3. Have a look at that. On the back, which just takes a single. Very similar ball. Manas just tried to play it a bit too square on the leg side.
He's been playing spin for a while now. Made his test debut against Sri Lanka recently. And it's that kind of delivery that traps him on the crease. Starts everywhere. Head 39, Labuschagne 29.
DK called it. Varun Chakravarti is back. He's got Josh Inglis in strike. He's another player. You look and you think he's a better player than the numbers suggest. Right through the series that were enjoyed.
Having just come to the crease, and particularly against a bowler like Varun Chakravarti, who, like you said, DK, for trying to pick him out of the hand. Try and force a big shot. Steve Smith, totally different story. He's now faced 59 deliveries. He's got the pace. He's got the experience also. And when Josh Inglis gets on strike, try and force him to play a big shot early in his innings.
New Zealand. That straight away put him on top of the fantasy list. ICC.superteam.com, 183 points. Matt Henry got identical figures, 5 for 42. 156 points. Kane Williamson got 141. That's on strike again.
Just the ability to get down the other end when you knew at the crease. It's a nice start from Inglis.
Oh, lovely shot. Absolute class on it. Just went through, would have had to read the movement of the pitch perfectly. He's playing a fine innings here, Steve Smith.
I've had this bat since I first started playing. Scoring runs, winning titles, and making some good. Been a part of every triumph and valuable lesson. But as you grow up, so should your tools. From now on, I'm going bold. I'm stepping into the grown-up game. Give your all. BTEX, commerce for the bold.
Run rate back up to 5. It was going 6.7 when Travis Head was teeing off. Then dropped to about 4.7, 4.8 or so.
We speak about how different players use different methods. But have a look at this. Manas Labuschagne is playing across one, looking to play two spire, and misses the line and gets LBW. A very similar ball, Josh Inglis, who likes to stay slightly beside the line, just taps it down to long on for a single. Different methods, but this one more effective. And a very similar one, defended by Stephen Smith here. Jadeja slowly but steadily putting the pressure, not giving away those boundaries, just the one slog sweep of him.
And there's a great example right there, presenting the full face. Because Jadeja can beat you off the wicket, he's got a great ability to change his pace up or down without giving away too many cues to the batter. It's so accurate.
It's a much better surface from a batsman's point of view than the game against New Zealand. saw in that game, Kane Williamson got 81, but he was struggling to control the game. It was a good fighting innings from him. But here, Steve Smith's able to control it a little bit better, I think, and that's got to do to some extent with the surface.
Yeah, it certainly does. Josh Inglis has got an unusual technique at times. He gets very low in his setup. Gives him a great ability to judge length, particularly off someone like Jadeja. That's the end of the 25th. It's 125 for 3. I was talking about Josh Inglis, how his body height is low. He gets his eyes low, and DK, you're a great player of spin. Just gives you the ability to judge length, particularly against guys who bowl straight down into the surface. Very rarely. Jadeja is someone who goes up out of the hand. Everything's into the wicket. Varun Chakravarti, although he's more of a leg break and googly bowler, he's very similar. Doesn't give the ball any flight.
And he puts that in the gap again. Excellent use of putting away a bad ball. He got a short ball and straight away boundary. Did that in the previous over with one that was full.
It's good use of the feet. It's not the best delivery, but he gets nice and deep in the crease. It's not out of the middle. But again, he just has one fielder to beat in front of him on the leg side.
You always know what's going on in his mind. It's almost as if he's doing a commentary on his own innings.
He wouldn't be a good poker player, would he? Like you said, you can tell exactly what's going through his mind.
This time there's a fielder. 50 comes up. And a very fine 52 to Steve Smith, who's holding this innings together now. 50 of 68.
You can almost see his determination in his eyes. He wants this badly. He wants to be the guy who can get that big score, that Australia can reach a score probably that is par, above par in fact. Warren's bowling a tad too full here. And with that, come to the end of the 26th over. Australia 133 for 3.
What if your parents had a medical emergency in India? PolicyBazaar.com offers complete assistance pre, during and post hospitalization. Buy 1 crore health insurance on PolicyBazaar.com starting buy now.
घर से आने घर आएगा साथ में हमारे टेस्ट में कहीं घर आंगन की याद है
Ashoka Desi Athar.
So Jadeja with his 7th. He's got 1 for 23 so far.
Halfway down, Jadeja would have felt like he was in the game there. It's just the intent from Steve Smith to try and get after the bowler early in the over. Try and put Jadeja under pressure.
To step out a lot. The one thing that they do really well is, in case the length is not there, the ability to pull out of the shot and just find a way to take a single or just block it.
His feet early in the over. It forces Jadeja to just look to go a bit fuller. Like you said, he didn't try and overhit it. That's just a check drive. It's a beautiful shot, 80 metres.
for another couple of runs here. Normally it's a spinner who's teasing the batter. I think in this case it's the batter with his footwork who's starting to tease the bowler.
The moment Josh Inglis has come in, you can see the run rate has just upped itself, purely with the intent that he's shown.
Catching! Oh, and the wicket. Every time you get the feeling a partnership develops, there's a wicket. This is a wonderful cat and mouse cricket match.
Disappointment for Inglis. Just holds in the surface. Looking to punch down the ground. Just never quite gets to him. Virat Kohli takes a simple catch. Partnership of 34 of just 27 deliveries broken. Inglis goes for 11. It's 144 for 4.
You can count on a McCrispy to stick around after your night shift ends or to make an appearance before your morning grind. That's what McDonald's breakfast is for. Wake up. It's McDonald's breakfast.
We might speak, eat, and celebrate differently, but the passion we share for our cricket teams is the same. Together we cheer for those we love. And the only
The moment he's walked in, Kuldeep is back. He bowled a couple of overs in the power play, has had to wait his turn, but here is his opportunity. A new batsman at the crease, and a chance for wicket as well.
Very interesting to see how Steve Smith starts playing the situation if he loses another wicket. I think till such time as he's got Maxwell with him, he can play a certain way.
Just stopped on him. He's almost committed into the shot. He was batting really well, feeling good. But when something like this happens, you always need to feel for the batter. He's coming on nicely to the bat, but this one just held in the pitch. And he was committed into the shot, couldn't get out of it. India are not complaining though.
So good in the big games today, Steve Smith in ICC knockout tournaments. Averages 81. 7 innings, 405 runs. Going back to that 2015 World Cup. We will change the topic there before Finchy latches on to who he got the 100 against.
He played a great innings in Sydney World Cup semi-final against India. Great players have a sense of the moment, don't they? More pressure that everybody else feels. They go about their business. Steve Smith has been one of the greats.
Just the way he's played that ball tells me he still hasn't picked Kuldeep. A lot of the times they end up picking it from the pitch. You can see he's looking for the one that's coming back in, but it is the googly. Just held his position there. The bat face telling you almost looking to play it on the leg side.
I like how he's moving his spinners around, not letting the batters get used to one particular bowler. He's got 4 to choose from. Little poke, but not enough to get the edge. 146 for 4. Jadeja. Is he a warrior? Honestly, if he gets out, would he spend the rest of the day thinking about it?
I think all batters do, don't they? You sit back after you've been dismissed and you kick yourself about the dismissal, but also, could I have got off strike this ball, or did I miss a boundary on that ball? One of the games that doesn't matter how long you play for, you can always be better. And it does funny things to your mind.
Umpires just had a word with Jadeja about where he's going on his follow-through. And having been a left-arm spinner himself, he was almost mimicking the motion.
And this spell so far, Jadeja's picked up a couple. And two very different deliveries. The first one, Manas, one that skidded on. Is late on it. And the next one, very similar, but just stopped on Josh Inglis there.
That was the slowest ball he bowled, and it turned 4 degrees.
It just goes to show how difficult Jadeja is to face. Almost identical deliveries. But his ability to just hold the ball back, get some turn out of the surface.
Headed towards the boundary, and we'll get there one bounce. Not sure he was in complete control of that, but all he had to do was clear the infield.
Mid-off up inside the circle. Alex Carey looking to give himself a touch of room. Just shimmies out to the leg side so he can get his hands through the ball. It's a safe shot, even though it's against the turn. It's good proactive batting. It's taking the initiative.
Man out on the boundary, that long on. Mid-off is inside the circle. 6 came off that over, 29 gone. It's 152 for 4.
हर मील में फील है, देसी फील है. हर मील में फील है, टेस्टी डील्स है.
Ashoka Desi Yatharth.
India is growing massively and the whole world is investing here. Investment plans on policybazaar.com give up to 18% returns. Invest 18,000 rupees a month and get up to 2 crore rupees. Invest in India. Invest on policybazaar.com.
In that way today too.
Kuldeep is someone who's just coming back from a groin injury, and generally when you get an injury, you try and figure out what's the closest you can get to bowling as scientifically well as possible, so that the injuries don't keep recurring. And he's made a couple of small little technical changes. The first one being the height of his jump. A bowler, as he's running in, the one thing that jump does is break his momentum. He's gotten a little taller in terms of his jump. And the after effect of that is him actually releasing the ball slightly lower. And what this does do is have a look at his legs, where he goes around in the 2023 World Cup, whereas here he's a lot more aligned towards the batter. So with this current change that he has done, he will end up bowling a lot better with his googlies. And the previous one, when he used to do, where he used to go across almost and get around the ball, he used to bowl a lot more in terms of the ball coming back in, and hence his speed is dipped as well because of the jump being slightly higher.
Keep the scoreboard ticking, keep the scoreboard ticking. Just have to beat the man at 45. So Carey's come in and starting to make a statement, saying, I'm going to take you on.
Carey always good with the sweeps. This time hitting it instinctively, picking the line, knowing it was just around leg stump.
A man inside the circle at 45. In fact, each of the 4 outside is either square or in front of the wicket.
He's been batting really well, hasn't he, Aaron?
Yeah, he certainly has been. There's one part that you would say was quite erratic about his batting over the last couple of years. It's when he starts against spin. He'd look to play a lot of sweeps, a lot of reverse, You can just see the calmness that he's going about his business with now. Everything looks in control.
And brings out the sweep again and plays it well too. There's a fielder there. He'll keep it down to 1. So 6 of the over. It's 158 for 4 after 30. Australia going at just over 5 runs per over. It's a good run rate being maintained as well as Smith has played.